Okay, so now we will be starting with the calculations based on chemical equations. Okay, that was our topic. See, I will show you if I go back. Yes, see, calculations based on chemical equations. Okay, and I will tell you, children, that one question on this is also definitely there in the question paper if you consider the terminal or the board paper. Okay, and the method is very simple. Okay, you will not find difficulty in this part of the chapter at all. So the question is, find the mass of PbCl2. I am sorry, there is a printing mistake here. So mass of the salt, that is PbCl2, formed, and the mass and volume of chlorine evolved when 6.85 gram of red lead reacts with hydrochloric acid. And for such questions where you have to find or calculate based on a chemical equations, the balanced chemical equation is always given in the question, and the atomic masses also will be given to you in the question. This I had told you earlier also, but for as in for chemical equation, a balanced chemical equation will be given to you. So here I have given you red lead, so Pb3O4 plus 8 HCl will give you 3 PbCl2 plus 4 water and 1 chlorine. So what we do, whatever we have to calculate in the question, only that part we will write down. I will tell you what. See, we have to find out the mass of the salt produced, mass and volume of the chlorine produced, and what is given to us is the mass of the red lead. So we will find out the mass of red lead used in the chemical equation. So Pb3 is 207 into 3, oxygen is O4, so 16 into 4, so the total of 685 gram of red lead is used in this equation. We are not talking about acid here, so we will not calculate anything about acid. We are asked to find out how much salt is formed, so we will calculate this. Now PbCl2 I had calculated and I got it 278. There are 3 PbCl2, so I will multiply 3 and the product is 834 gram of the salt is formed according to this equation. And we will not use water here or calculate anything on water because that is not asked. We will straight away come to chlorine, and the Cl2 means 71 gram. 1 mole of chlorine means 22.4 liter at STP. So whatever is required will be calculated and written down, each element or each compound or each gas as asked in the question. This is exactly the way we were doing for Gay-Lussac's law, where we were not calculating all the ratios, we were only talking about the ones which are asked in the question. So here we are asked about the salt formed, we are asked about chlorine evolved, so we have calculated both. Now in the question we are not given 685 gram which is needed, we are only given 6.85 gram. So if it is 685 gram of red lead is reacting, how much salt is produced? 834 gram. So if it is 6.85 red lead reacting, how much salt will be produced? It will be 834 by 685 into 6.85. The answer is 8.35 gram of PbCl2. This calculation is again unitary method. I will tell you how. 685 gram of red lead produces 834 gram of PbCl2. Where did I get it from? The question directly. So 1 gram of red lead will produce 834 by 685. Therefore 6.85 gram of red lead will produce 834 by 685 into 6.85, that is 8.34 gram of PbCl2. Next, mass of chlorine. If 685 gram of red lead is reacting, how much chlorine is produced? 71 gram. So 6.85 gram of red lead will produce 71 by 685 into 6.85. Again unitary method. and it is 0.71 gram of chlorine. This calculation I now don't need to explain a similar one. If it is 685 gram of red lead producing how much volume of chlorine? 22.4 liter at STP. So 6.85 will produce 0.24 liter at STP. The next question says, on reacting pure calcium carbonate with dilute hydrochloric acid, 2 liter of carbon dioxide was produced at 27 degrees Celsius and normal pressure. Find the mass of salt required and the mass of acid required. Now let me remind you, whenever we are talking about the volume of any gas used in the calculations, we are talking about the molar volume, and molar volume is always at STP, that is standard temperature and pressure. But in this question we are not given standard temperature. Pressure is normal but the temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. And according to the question we are asked to find the mass of salt required and the mass of acid required. So we will definitely find out the salt required is 100 gram, the acid required is 2 into HCl, we know how much it is, and multiplied by 2 is 73 gram. Now you know the calculation, I will repeat it once now. Hydrogen 1, chlorine 35.5, so the sum is 36.5 into 2 is 73 gram. And the volume of carbon dioxide released is 22.4 liter at STP. But we have to find out the volume of carbon dioxide at this temperature and normal pressure. So how do we do that? It is V1 by T1 equals to V2 by T2, because pressure is normal, and by Charles law V1 by T1 equals to V2 by T2, where V1 is equal to 2 liter, T1 is equal to 27 plus 273, 300 Kelvin. V2 we have to find out, and T2 we all know STP is 273 Kelvin. So when we find out V2, this is V1 into 2, that is 2 into 273 by 300. When I have calculated this, it is 1.82. Please do this multiplication division in the rough column correctly and then write the value. So what we are doing is, we are finding out how much carbon dioxide is produced at STP if it is 2 liter at this temperature. So by V1 by T1 equals to V2 by T2, we found out this much volume of CO2 at STP. Now coming back to the unitary method, if 22.4 liter of CO2 is requiring 100 gram of salt, 1.82 liter of CO2 will require this much of salt. If 22.4 liter of CO2 will require 73 gram of HCl, then 1.82 liter of CO2 will require this much gram of HCl. So please, this question is a tricky one, don't get confused please. You are given not at STP, you are given the volume at 27 degrees Celsius. Find out the volume at STP, relate with the molar volume and the given mass, and find out for 1.82 liter according to the question. Find the next question. Find the mass of sodium hydroxide formed, the volume and mass of oxygen liberated at STP if 1.56 gram of sodium peroxide reacts with water. So we have to find out how much of sodium hydroxide, how much of oxygen, by using how much of sodium peroxide. We don't need water. So equation is given, a balanced equation is given, accordingly we find out the values. Na2O2 into 2, because 2 is there, so 156 gram. NaOH into 4, so this is the mass. Oxygen, this is the mass, and this is the volume. In liter and centimeter cube, both you can write at STP. But the amount of sodium peroxide given to you is 1.56. So if it is 156 gram of sodium peroxide producing 160 gram of sodium hydroxide, So given amount, that is 1.56 gram of sodium peroxide, will produce how much? How did we do? 160 divided by 156 into 1.56. This calculation also here in this particular question I have skipped, but you all don't skip, children. You all will definitely needing to write the steps. Therefore I have done this so that you can learn the steps and calculate it correctly. Therefore I have skipped it, but you all don't do it, children. Okay. Similarly, 156 gram of sodium peroxide will produce 32 gram of oxygen. So 1.56 will produce 0.32 gram of oxygen, just like the previous question calculation. Similarly, 1.56 gram of sodium peroxide will produce 0.224 liter or 224 centimeter cube of oxygen at STP. I am sure now you know all the unitary method that we are using in this questions of calculation based on chemical equations. Okay, so I have taken one more question here where I have given you the equation and used 0.02 moles of pure MnO2. The equation is that when manganese oxide reacts with HCl, giving you MnCl2 plus 2H2 and chlorine. So there are different things which I had calculated. I will be doing it, and if instead of 1 mole, actually according to the question 1 mole of manganese oxide is using 4 moles of HCl to give you 1 mole of salt, 2 mole of water and 1 mole of chlorine. So if 0.02 moles of pure MnO2 is strongly heated, then what happens? So actually if it is 1 mole of MnO2, it will weigh 87 gram. How? Manganese 55, O2 so 32, so 87 gram. Therefore 0.02 moles will weigh how much? This 87 into 0.02 is equal to 1.74 gram. I have shown it to you. You can calculate and write. Okay. If 1 mole of MnO2 produces 1 mole of MnCl2, see according to the equation 1 mole and 1 mole. So if 1 mole of manganese oxide produces 1 mole of MnCl2, so 0.02 mole of MnO2 will produce 0.02 mole of MnCl2. Third point, 1 mole of MnCl2 is 126 gram. So 0.02 mole of MnCl2 is equal to how much? This is 126 into 0. This is 0.02 is equal to this much. Exactly this calculation. Okay. Here, this is not 2. This is actually 0.02. I have put the decimal place here. So this is the product. Then 1 mole of MnO2 will form 1 mole of chlorine. See the question, 1 mole of MnO2 will produce 1 mole of chlorine. So 0.02 mole of MnO2 will produce how much? 0.02 mole of chlorine. And 0.02 mole of chlorine will weigh how much? We all know 71 gram. Cl2 into 0.02 is 1.42. This calculation you know it, children. I don't need to explain it to you. Similarly, 0.02 mole of chlorine will occupy how much? Because 1 mole will occupy 22.4 liter. So 0.02 will occupy 0.448 liter. One more fact, 1 mole of MnO2 will require 4 mole of HCl, like I told you, 1 and 4, 1 mole, 4 mole. So 0.02 mole will require how much of acid product? 0.08. Therefore the mass of HCl is 0.08 into 36.5 is this. Okay, this is a relation. Very interesting question and simple also. Please try to solve it. This will help you. Okay, next question. This question I have taken it because I have seen children having doubt in this one. If 1000 gram of hydrogen and 2000 gram of nitrogen react, find the mass of unreacted gas and the mass of ammonia produced. So we all know Haber's process, nitrogen and hydrogen will react to give you ammonia. So 1, 3 and 2. This equation we have used when we were solving Gay-Lussac's law. So 1:3:2. So mass is 28 gram, 3 2s are 6 gram, and ammonia 17 into 2 34 gram. So we know that we have to calculate hydrogen, nitrogen and ammonia as well. So we have written all the three. So if 28 gram of nitrogen is requiring 6 gram of hydrogen, given is 2000 gram of nitrogen, will require only this much gram of hydrogen. So what is the unreacted part? 1000 given, the supplied to us is 1000 minus what is used is 571.43 gram of hydrogen is unreacted, unused. And if 28 gram of nitrogen is producing 34 gram of ammonia, then 2000 gram of nitrogen will produce, this calculation, 2428.57 gram of ammonia is produced. So unitary method. Okay. So children, I have discussed with you different numericals based on mole, Avogadro's number, molar mass, molar volume, empirical formula, vapor density, molecular formula and calculations based on chemical equations. Please watch my video properly, then go back to your chapter, solve the exercise. If you have any doubt, put it in the comment section, children, and I am surely going to clear them. And children, please hit the like button, share and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon to get notified of my upcoming video.